Hey y'all, this is Brian the Waver coming back with another video about how to pick a really good barber to cut 360 waves. Now, I know that depending on where you live, some places may be easier to find a barber who can cut 360 waves. Other places is more difficult because of the demographics. But let me tell you, it can be done. So, choosing a barber to cut your waves is a really serious matter. And it could determine whether if you keep your waves or whether if you are going to lose progress. So you got to choose your barber wisely. Now, you got to do your research. That's number one. You got to do your research. Now, you have no excuse. The computer, the internet. Many of us have cell phones. So what we could do, you have to do your research, look up the barber. And many of them have a lot of pictures of their haircuts. So you gotta take a look at that. Or old school, what you could do, you can go into a shop, you can talk to them about waves and stuff, but if they don't know how to cut, that's not a good sign. So, well, it's like you do client consultation. It's like when you're looking for a personal trainer, right? What happens is that you choose one that is best for you. Okay? You have to have that good client consultation. So it depends on chemistry, depends on if he understands you. Ask them, test them. You gotta test. Another thing, what you have to test them. You have to ask them, okay, what guard would you use to cut these waves? What guard would you use? If you gotta know your hair too. That's very important, because if you're a straight hair waver, obviously you're gonna get a higher guard, like a number 3 with the grain, not against the grain, with the grain. That's very important, because if you go against the grain, you're gonna lose some progress. So you gotta do it with the grain. You see this picture right here? I'm going with the grain, in the direction of the hair where it goes, not against it. Because if you go against it, you're gonna lose progress. So with the grain. And especially you gotta be careful with the crown area. Crown area is very important, which we'll get to in a second. Okay? If you're a medium hair waver, like this guy here, he's medium, kind of medium, a little bit of coarse, medium. You gotta go with like a 2.5 with the grain. Okay? Gotta go like a 2.5 with the grain. And do, and a 2 here, and 2.5 with the grain. If you're a coarse hair waver, which I am a coarse hair waver, excuse me, a coarse hair waver, you gotta do like a 2, which I do a number 2. Sometimes I rock with a 1.5. And if you're a little dark skin, or if your waves are well trained, you can do a 1. But you gotta know your hair. Trial and error here. So you gotta experiment. Maybe, what you could ask, if you have a friend who has waves, you can ask them, what barber do they go to? Ask them, hey, what barber you go to, man? Or, ask them about where exactly they go, and what if they get a loop. There's a lot of things that you can do. So, but when you go to the barber, you have to be strong. You can't act like you don't know what you're talking about. You need to know what you're talking about. Like this other waver would say, you need to grow a set of balls. You need to brave up. So you really need to know what you're talking about, what waves are and what you're talking about. Show them a picture. Say, yo, this is what I want. I want you to go with the grain. I don't want you to go against the grain, and that's that. If he doesn't know what to do, get your hat, get your coat, run. The next thing what you want to do, sanitation and cleanliness. Sanitation is very important. You don't want to end up in a few days you have ringworm in the back of your neck, or you have this little irritation. It'll go away if you use ointments and alcohol and everything. But you need to make sure that the barber and the barber shop is clean. Cleanliness is important because you don't want to end up with a ringworm or something worse, or hepatitis, or anything dangerous. So, well, as I mentioned in earlier videos, I'm in barbering school. I'm learning about sanitation and cleanliness, and little things can cause huge consequences. So you got to make sure that the area is clean. The barbershop, that is a very clean place, that they sanitize their materials, they sanitize the clippers, they sanitize whatever instruments they use, shears, everything. And so you gotta be careful, because I was just speaking to a waiver about a crown area. A crown area is a very delicate area, and you need to a little higher level here than the rest. So crown area is very important. So you got to take care of that crown. The crown area is the hardest area to train in the wave game. It's very hard. So it's a big deal. See how I met my barber Perry like 2 years ago, the one who inspired me about barbering? I had a client consultation and I did my research. I looked up his Instagram, I looked up his Facebook, and we had a conversation on the phone. I went to his barber shop and I saw that he is a waver. So really how he talks about waves, I really knew what he was talking about. And so I felt comfortable to go to him to cut my hair. So with that being said, as I end this exhortation, I just want to, this weekend has been very, very long. It was, well, you never know what life has in front of you. I know Kobe Bryant died yesterday, his daughter in that helicopter crash, and along with the others. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. It's really sad. So I'll be speaking about that in another video. Anyway, God bless and have a good day.